Hey guys, it's your girl Sherri, and we are here for another episode of the Say That Sherri podcast. I'm sorry for the delays. We was having a little technical difficulties. Y'all know how we do, but you know, we here, we're live, living color, and I'm here with a phenomenal, beautiful, intelligent co-host, Miss Jennifer.
Hey.
Hey.
How you been?
I've been good, boo. I've missed you.
I know.
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever,
Literally,
ever.
I know.
Right?
We changed our schedule up.
That's true. We did. But we gonna change it back because we about to spend more time together.
Listen, I'm ready.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And y'all gonna notice that we twinning today.
Yes.
Because we are representing our girl, Miss Kiana Todd. She has her own very brand called BBG, Branded by God. I need y'all to head on over to the Branded by God page over there on Instagram. Her pre-order for her hoodies, which they are so lit. She got this Chosen hoodie.
Very
I can't wait to get it. You don't even understand. Her pre-order goes down October the 13th. So please,
support.
Just go support our girl over there. She has a beautiful concept. It is so nice. And this is good quality too.
It's so good.
It's good and it's comfortable.
So
Y'all just don't understand.
These not gonna wash off.
No, I don't think so. I think this is on here, right?
Yeah,
it's really good, like good quality, everything. And the message behind Branded by God is just amazing. So make sure y'all do that. I wanted to make sure I shouted her out first and foremost before we get all down to the nitty gritty and see what's on my girl Jenn mind.
Okay, well, I always have a little icebreaker.
Okay, what's going on? How are we feeling today?
My dear friend Kyra gave me this one. My dear friend. So I want to, how we like go through things and you have like these life experiences and then like songs remind you of like moments. Yeah. You know how we got them.
Yeah.
You got them.
I do.
So tell me a song you think would go with like finding your first love.
A song that I think would finding my first love.
A song that would go with like that. If you were watching the movie, like what song would go with that? What's on the soundtrack?
Long As I Live.
Long as I live. That one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll be. Ain't that about
my first love?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
You and only you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. I would say that one.
Okay. What about for getting married?
For getting married?
For getting married.
Like at the wedding, the wedding song. What is the? Oh Lord, it was so many wedding songs.
I know
Jesus.
what comes into my mind.
What come in your mind?
Meet me at the altar
in your white dress. Yeah.
That's the one song I always think of.
Listen, I'm totally with that. I can get that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with the rock that'll break your arm.
What's that? I don't know that part.
You don't know the rapping part?
Should I be quiet?
Ooh, hush.
I messed up.
You don't know the remix?
Oh, yes, I do. Yeah, I do know that part.
How you don't know the remix?
What's
going on?
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I know it, y'all. Don't say nothing about me in the comments, okay? I do know it, okay? Okay, two more.
Okay.
Having a baby.
Jodeci.
Oh, God.
So you having my baby.
Okay,
that's the first thing that touched my mind.
Okay, that was good. And finally, divorce. Dun, dun, dun.
The breakup song?
Yeah.
Shoot, Avant. I don't want to be with you. Put that on everything I own.
Wait, what song is that? I can't think of what song that is.
You don't know what that is?
I feel like I do, but I don't.
Oh my God, you gonna make me pull up my phone and play it for you.
What's the name of it?
What's his actual title to the song? Hold on, I gotta get to the chorus in my brain.
Oh, it go.
You know what I'm talking about?
I got you. Yeah, okay.
That's an ultimate breakup song.
Definitely.
And then I like Chrisette Michelle's breakup song
too. I think
too.
I'm just about over being your girlfriend. That
only.
one?
No, not that one.
Okay.
No, not
what
that.
What song you talking about?
I like Blame It On Me.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that one. Yeah. That's like that's a great breakup song.
That came from the belly.
Didn't it though?
That
she
came
was like,
from the
listen,
belly
you
when
can
she
say
sang that.
I'm a liar, anything you want.
Go ahead.
Just tell me that it's over. Please.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay, so that leads me into what I want to talk about today.
Okay, what you want to talk about today?
I want to dig into like divorce and rebuilding and like the steps to that. for people, because I think that, it happens.
It does.
And I think that people really need to hear other people's perspective so you can kind of gauge or maybe just understand that maybe what you're going through, you ain't going crazy, or this is normal, it's typical. So I kind of want you to share a little bit of your experience, if you don't mind. Some things that, well, I know you don't mind. I said,
if I did, it's a little too late now. Right. It's a little too late now because you done asked me. So I'm like, okay.
I know, right?
That's cool. Okay.
So,
we're going to talk about divorce.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
Lord
yes,
Jesus.
we are.
Amen. Okay.
So I want to know, some of the feelings that you remembered having felt coming through your divorce, like at the very, very beginning. Because I feel like it might be stages, I would guess, right?
You do somewhat, yeah. It is. It's definitely stages that you're gonna have throughout the divorce, right? And it's really gonna depend on how you felt about the marriage in the first place. Okay, and the reason why I can say that is because I've been divorced twice, so it was two different levels.
So one of them you was jumping up like yippee.
I mean, one of them I just was like, yeah, it's cool. I saw this coming.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? My first divorce, like that one was harder on me.
Okay.
We got married young. I got married when I was like 22. Okay. And I really thought that, you know what I'm saying, he and I was going to like be together forever. Like I really thought this was going to work. I didn't think for 2 seconds. Like I didn't go into that thinking like, oh, this ain't going to work, or this, we're not going to make it. I really went into that marriage thinking that it was going to work. You know what I'm saying? And as the years went on, it just was like, it's not going to work. This is not going to work.
Okay.
This is not, it's just, I can't do this.
So what were the feelings that you felt like?
Well, first it was a feeling of, okay, so let me say this part before I say that. I'm going to say this. For me, when I break up while I'm still in the relationship. So I don't totally separate before I realize that the breakup is coming.
So these divorces were sparked by you. This wasn't a like he came to you like, listen, this ain't working. So there was no blindsidedness. It was in your mind. You were like, this is not where we need to be.
What, yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you mean, did I take the first step to file for divorce?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. My first marriage, it was one of those things where it was like I said, I thought we was gonna be together. He had his issues, but I was like, it ain't nothing. We're young. I figured we were gonna grow out of certain things, and we didn't grow out of certain things. Things started to getting worse than what they were.
Okay.
And it was more than, with some physical stuff, going on there, kind of, a lot of little stuff like that as well too. So for me, the turning point was once I got pregnant, and I had my daughter, it was like, yeah, I can't raise her in this type of environment. So, and I knew he wasn't going to change. He liked running with his women. He liked doing all the stuff he liked to do. And I'm not the type of person, I'm not trying to change you.
Okay.
I'm not going to change you. I will leave you where you are.
Gotcha.
That's just how I'm cut.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna go back and forth about that. I'm not gonna give you a bunch of ultimatums, and if you don't change, and I'm not doing all that.
Yeah.
I see what it is. If you want to change or if you want to make a difference, you're gonna do that without me having to coach you.
Okay.
Right? If this is something worth keeping, then you're gonna make the necessary adjustments. And that wasn't what he wanted to do, which was fine. Like I
Right.
said, we were young, and once I realized that he did not love me the way I loved him, it hurt. It hurt bad. And like I cried about it, and I had a real good cry. Like a real, like, you on the floor in the fetal position, like it's gotta come out.
Yeah.
So I let it out.
Yeah.
And then once I let it out, I dried my eyes, I got up and was like, all right,
ain't nothing to a G.
let's try to
No,
play
I'm playing.
chess. we got to make moves because we got to leave.
Yeah.
And that's just how it was. And that's how my mind went. So I had already prepared myself, like the breakup is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's
Okay.
cry it out. Let's
Okay.
get it on out yourself.
Okay.
And then you go through a stage where you be thinking to yourself, like, can we work this out? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm being too hasty. Am I being too hasty? Because you got to think you're married. This ain't boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
Y'all in a marriage
Yeah.
together, right? So you're not just dating. You done made a commitment. So you
Right.
like, dang, am I being too hasty? Am I tripping
Yeah.
a little bit? And then come to find out he do something and you be like, Lord knows I wasn't tripping. I was right on. Yup.
Okay.
God told me to put these shoes on and run as fast as I can.
Okay. So for you kind of you were already on tip, really. You kind of got yourself mentally prepared.
Yeah. I mean, anytime I got to sit and talk to you and your girlfriend, I mean, it was kind of, it was inevitable.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no thanks.
Okay. So, do you believe that you judged yourself for that, or do you feel like other people judged you for that? Is there a period of that?
Definitely so. I mean, it's a part of you that feels like incredibly stupid. One, because you're like, I can't believe I put up with some of the stuff that I put up with. Like, seriously?
That's relationship.
I mean, but like in a marriage, you be like, oh my God.
And then you stick and stay.
Yeah, because you stick and stay. And you be like, how in the heck did I do? Like, I really put myself through this? Are you serious right now? So, yes, it's a part that you feel stupid. There's a part that people said what they said over your relationship. And it was proven right. So you feel a certain type of way about what these people done said about your relationship, right? And you like, God dang it, she was right, or he was right. You know what I'm saying? About whatever it is that they said about, or it won't last, or, y'all gonna break up, or whatever the case may be. So whatever vibe they put out there, it came to pass, right?
Yeah.
So, you got that part of it that's kind of haunting you, right? And then you have just the whole embarrassment of, I tried it and I failed, right? And it can make you feel a certain type of way because you're like, is there something wrong with me that this happened to me, or I can't get this right, or like, why, what make him want to cheat on me like this, or what I'm saying, was I not good enough for him in this aspect? I thought I did everything I was supposed to be doing, but I guess I wasn't doing everything I was supposed to be doing. And then at the same time, and see me, this is me. I ain't talking about nobody else. Okay? I'm talking about Sherri.
About to say.
Yeah, I'm talking about Sherri. Because, people really get in their feelings. I'm a pimp. So I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I play the same game.
Okay.
I'm not I ain't no fluff go cry in the corner. That's just not, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cry. And I'm probably gonna call me a boyfriend at the same time. Yeah. Like, that's just who I am.
I understand.
So once I figure out you playing me, I be like, oh, we can play. I can play too. And I've been delivered, y'all. But I'm saying. But I'm talking about back in my day, especially in my 20s.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. You got one?
Right.
I go get one.
Right.
You know who I am?
You set
in
the
real
tone.
life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't. Now, what I'm saying, that doesn't make it right.
Of course.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
I'm not saying that. Two roles don't make it right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is that I deal with things differently than say other people, right? Some people just sit there, they suck it up, they take it, you're on the chin. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, well, I mean, if it's open season and you're dating, evidently outside of our relationship, well, I guess I can go date outside my relationship too, and I guess it should be cool.
Right.
Even though that is never cool with the man. Just saying.
Will never be.
It will never be.
Ever
be. And I don't care. He can have a harem. You understand me? It could be a harem of them. But you better not have one. You know what I'm saying? You know how many names I got called? Because I had one.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I had one indiscretion, and he was like, slut.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, dude, you got
that hurt
like
ego.
you got girls in different area codes, zip codes. What are you talking about? Like, they all over the city. Are you serious right now? And he was like,
but you belong to me. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I was like, okay, that's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
You don't know who ITI is in real life. You'll be fine. So for me, it's just, but you have, so it's that part of embarrassment too, right?
Yeah.
Because if you do try to run with the big dogs and you do try to, put your girl pimp hat on,
then you gotta
right?
deal with that.
Then you got to deal with that side of
that
it.
part.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you got, you got to be a big girl.
Yeah. So
all the way
you
around.
said something about the failure of marriage.
Yeah.
Or the failure of divorce, rather.
Yeah.
Why do you think what expectations, or do you feel like that's a realistic expectation? Because I feel that a lot of people would see a divorce as failure.
They
right?
would.
But how do we take that off of it? Because it's some marriages that people really do need to walk away from.
They do.
And I don't necessarily think I would see that as a failure.
And it's not, right? Divorce is not a failure. It's really, really not. You tried it, right? You tried it. Y'all gave it an effort. Y'all gave it a try. And then sometimes we just grow apart from people. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know what? You grew one way, I grew another way, and we just didn't grow together.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I think, to me, the more the harm is done when we're not honest about that. And when we stay in marriages and we stay in relationships that are bad for us. That's the disservice. You do a disservice to yourself. You do a disservice to your spouse. You do a disservice to your children.
Yeah.
When y'all stay married and y'all are in this toxic relationship that don't nobody really want to be in, or that only one person is being served and the other person is not. Like, that's not cool to me.
So you think that that's how 20 to 30-year marriages can fall apart because of that, what you just said?
20 to 30-year marriages usually fall apart because they've been breaking up for the last 10, 15 years. That's really what it is. People not married 30 years, happily married, kissy facing, and then wake up tomorrow and go,
I don't want this.
You made grits? I ain't want no grits. It's over. I'm divorcing you because you made grits. Like, don't nobody do that.
Yeah.
Like, literally. So at the end of the day, you already know that it's a breakup and y'all severing ties. Like, y'all see that coming.
Y'all were doing that for
y'all was doing it for a while.
Okay.
And a lot of times as women, we don't like to accept the breakup. We don't like to.
What you mean?
Y'all know that the communication is breaking down. Y'all know the love making is breaking down. Y'all not as intimate with each other. You don't even feel like it. If anything, you giving him courtesy sex. And,
that's got to be terrible.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. It's women out there that's giving courtesy sex.
Know.
And I mean, that's terrible. And then you think a man can't feel when you giving him courtesy sex? I mean, unless he's just really a self-absorbed kind of guy, and he thinks, you feel what I'm saying? But the passion leaves, the communication's not there. Y'all not literally sitting on the same page. You see the breakdown in the marriage coming. You feel what I'm saying? And instead of just saying, you know what, my marriage is falling apart, and I got one or two choices. Either we can sit down and figure out, do we both want this? You feel what I'm saying? Or do we sit down and figure out, are we going to break apart? And what does that look like? Right? What does that look like to divorce? What does that look like for us? If we going to separate, am I going to be cool with him dating another woman? Or if am I going to be infuriated by it? You feel what I'm saying? Is he going to be cool with me dating another man? Or is that, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, how is this going to look if we decide to separate? If we decide to get a divorce? If that's what we're going to do? That's kind of the way you kind of got to handle it internally. Before you say anything to your partner, sit down and ask yourself them questions. Like, if I was to divorce this man, what does that look like for me? How does that gonna make me feel? Will I be happy? You know what I'm saying? That I'm finally getting a divorce, that I'm finally free, that I'm finally done with a lot of this. Will I feel a sense of relief? Or am I going to be completely saddened? Am I going to be super depressed about it? Do I really, really, do I love him enough to really, really make all this work? Or do I love the image of us and the facade, right, of being married or being married to him, right? Because, a lot of people stay married just because they don't want to give up
the image.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want to give up what this looks like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And okay, if that's the way you want to play it, but is that going to last when he gets sick? Is that going to last if you get sick?
Right.
So you got to understand, marriage has got to be a commitment to where I'm going to take care of you for better or for worse. Well, as we age and get older, one of us might get worse. But if I don't love you, I'm going to leave you sitting in that chair. Like that.
Like that movie.
Yep. I mean, I'm just saying it's gonna be harder for
That
me to
Tyler
care for
Perry
you.
movie,
It's gonna be
yeah.
harder. And if I am caring for you, I'm doing it with resentment.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it out of love.
Okay.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that plays a factor in it. I'd be sitting here figuring out, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You should have asked your girlfriend to come take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You sitting over here with me, you know what I'm saying? And now you need to be changed and you need to be fed. One of them women you was rolling with should have been doing that. Well, if that's the way you feel, why you stay married to him for an extra 30 years?
Yeah.
You should have got rid of him 30 years ago.
So you said something. You said to like start to ask yourself those questions. Do you think that asking yourself those questions or the fact that you have to is a signal that something ain't right? Or is it just really truly trying to dig deep and know whether or not you're in it for the right reasons?
No, I think it's a question of digging deep. I don't think it's necessarily like you're asking yourself or you saying to yourself, I want a divorce, right? No, you just sit down and you're assessing the situation, right? Your communication is off. You know, things have been happening. And I'm not talking about some y'all had a bad week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
it's been a rough patch in y'all marriage just personally, but y'all still in it together. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for real, this is nagging.
Yeah.
Like this is like, dude, something gotta change.
Yeah.
This atmosphere gotta shift. Like we gotta do something about this.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. You gotta sit down and ask yourself, okay, what steps am I willing to take? Am I willing to go to counseling? Am I willing to adjust some things? Am I willing to be more understanding? Am I willing to be more patient? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you got to dig within and figure out what are you willing to do. And you might say to yourself, I don't want to go to no counseling. I'm over this. You know, the second time I got divorced, it wasn't up for negotiation. It was like, nah, fam, I'm good. And then, you know, because when I tried to go to him and tell him, hey, we need some counseling because I see now, and we wasn't even married that long. And I saw it in the very beginning. I said, hey, yo, it's some stuff that's going to be a problem for me. We need to go see somebody. No, we don't. I love you. You're wonderful. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, he not listening to me. So now I wanted to be over and I'm good. I'm straight, right? You know what I'm saying? I done moved on to the left. I'm gallivanting around the world doing other things. And he want to come to me, tell me he want to go to counseling. I said, oh, okay. We went to one counseling session. That counselor looked at me and looked at him and was like, well, I guess this is over. I said, that's what I tried to tell him. Like, I don't know why we're here because I'm over it. I'm done. But I wanted him to get it from a third party because I was saying it and he wasn't listening to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I'm finished. Like, I'm good. It's okay. And I don't mean, and it doesn't have to be like a disgruntled thing.
Yeah.
Like everybody thinks you got to divorce and you got to be miserable or you got to be mad or you got to be whatever. No, like you can go ahead and divorce and still wish somebody well. Like, I wish you, I do. I don't wish no bad on neither of my exes. Like,
So do you
I'm
think
cool.
that
Like, go ahead.
that counseling is necessary in marriages when things get a little rocky, or do you think people can actually patch things up on their own?
nah, you need a third party sometimes. Sometimes you need a referee. That's just what it is. So whether it be your spiritual guidance, like you know what I mean, if you guys have, you know, my husband and I, we have spiritual parents.
Yep.
So you know, if it's something going on with us, like we had a patch where, you know, he was like, I don't know what's wrong with her.
He was getting on his nerves.
He called the cavalry. He was like, I need some help. I was like, yes, because I don't know how I'm feeling right now, you know. It was one of those type of things. And, you know, they were such a big help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that, because sometimes you need a third party. You need somebody else to just kind of mediate the situation and show you, like, where you tripping at, show him where he tripping at, and like where we kind of need to come in the middle. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think counseling is like essential. But see, I'm a person, I believe in counseling, I believe in coaching, I believe in if it's something you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Get somebody to know
Mentorship,
how,
all of that,
like
yeah.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
Like I don't, God puts us resources here, right? You know what I'm saying? For a reason. So why don't we tap in and use our resources, right? If you struggling with something, you battling with something in your marriage, and you need somebody to help y'all guide y'all through that, there's nothing wrong and nothing to be ashamed of if y'all go to counseling. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my husband and I, we're great. You know what I'm saying? Say 80% of the time, 90% of the time, we're on good terms. We don't have, too many beefs. We don't argue too long, but there could be seasons of depression that you could be going through that's affecting your spouse. That don't have really anything to do with the marriage per se, but since you're in a marriage, you're not in this by yourself. Right? It could be seasons of depression that your husband's going through, right? And that he needs some guidance or he needs some motivation or something. And it might be a season where you can't supply that for him, but he needs that. Or the way he's telling you he needs it isn't conventional. So you don't know that that's what he needs. You don't know that he's like really longing for you to be a cheerleader in this season, for you to be extra supportive in this season, right? Okay. You don't know that. You see what I'm saying? Because the what he's doing or the way he's acting is unconventional to you. You feel he being standoffish, he hurting your feelings, he talking to you crazy. So you like, well, he got his nerve. So now you ready to buck up, right? When really it's like, baby, what's the matter? You don't even act like this. And maybe if you went to him with the whole, okay, just tell me what's wrong. Just tell me what the matter. Just where we losing it? You might find out he's going through something. You feel what I'm saying? So sometimes if we can't dig it out of our partner, or we don't know how to get down and say, you know what, this ain't like him. My baby don't do me like this. He don't talk to me like this. He don't operate like this. Let me find out what's going on with him. If you're not, say, strong enough in there to control your emotions enough to find out what's going on with him, then that's where definitely counseling can mediate that. It can definitely find a common ground and see what's going on in the marriage.
Okay. So from your experience, when you were when the process was done, do you feel like you knew who you were? Like, do you feel like you had an identity or that you had to find a new one or refine?
Well, the first time I got divorced, I was confused with a lot. It was a lot going on. I was a new mom at the time. It was a whole shock. So I had to and I was losing everything. I was losing my house. I was losing my investment properties. I had to start over. I had to file bankruptcy. I literally had to start over the first time. And it was hurtful. It was hurtful. It was devastating on so many levels. And it was a lot to kind of bounce back from. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had to refine Sherri. I had to get back to Sherri. I had to make sure that I didn't take any bitterness or hatred with me, because I didn't want that to sit in me, right?
So, quick question: do you feel like you had to refine Sherri because you were showing up in a relationship in ways that weren't like yourself, or it was just so much that was new to you that had come out of the relationship?
I would say it was a lot of things new to me that I had to come out of the relationship. And you know how it's like Dr. Dre said, y'all gonna turn me back to the old me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna make turn. So some parts of the marriage was like, he gonna turn me back to the old me. You feel what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, Sherri, I don't want that. Now. I don't want that either. Exactly. Right? So I'm like, I can't do that. Let me get some control over this situation. Let me find out how this is gonna go, and everything. So I just it took me a minute. It took me a minute to kind of find myself a little bit, and unfortunately, my second husband was kind of collateral damage in that.
I was just about to ask. So what did you do? Did you date right away? I mean, I know you got married again, but like
a Dumbo,
go out with your friends?
like a Dumbo.
Did you, do counseling for yourself? What did you do to refine who the new Sherri was? Go ahead, tell me the truth. Because you look like you got to say something. I see it in your eyes.
Lord
you do
Jesus,
this-
I messed up is what I did.
That's okay.
I messed all the way the hell up. Okay, so I'm gonna just be completely transparent.
That's honest.
I messed up and I jumped in another relationship that I shouldn't have because at the end of the day, he was basically the same person that I had just got rid of, just in a different kind of clothing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's packaged different.
It was packaged different. It was packaged different, but he was the same, and it really wasn't because it wasn't nothing they did. It was all Sherri, right? I'm sorry, y'all. We outside, and I'm like, I hear the animals. Did you hear that?
Goof, I think. Yeah.
Listen, we trying to get our last nice day in here in Michigan.
Yeah, we're not gonna be out here. This is
it.
This
This is it. No, I'm just
probably
kidding.
The last one.
This is it because we about to be cold and we about to be back in the house. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, we are gonna be cold and back in the house. But no, seriously.
So you just told me about, in my opinion, what I would consider like the not so favorable things that you did to come out of that. But what about things that you did that you felt were like positive moves?
I got back on my grind.
Okay.
I honed in on being a very good mom.
Okay.
Which was very important to me. So I guess that's why I got a mommy's girl.
Yeah.
Right?
And she is so mommy's girl.
She's so mommy's girl. But I literally wanted to hone in on being a good mom.
Yeah.
And I wanted to hone in on business. So, I mean, I got back on my grind. I got back into a real estate arena. So where I could do both. I could, work a little bit. I could still do my real estate and everything else like I was doing. And that was kind of like where I focused on. And then I just started focusing on Sherri. And I stopped lying to myself about what makes me happy. I stopped lying to myself about what I was willing and will not tolerate and putting up with stuff that I know I shouldn't. And I came to the realization that my life is too short to be unhappy in it. So therefore, if I'm unhappy with any type of situation, I have the power, ability, and authority to change it. So I'm going to change it.
That's good. I got to stop you right there because I got a really good question.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think was the biggest lie that you told yourself?
That I wanted to marry that man and I didn't. I should have took a break. And I should have took a break from me. I should have just took a pause, and I didn't. And that was my fault. I let him convince me that this was that this was all going to work and everything else. And no, it wasn't.
What do you
I
think
knew when I met that man
that it wasn't going to work?
I knew he wasn't even my swag.
Well, why you go against your gut?
Because you feel a sense of, I've tried it my way. So maybe I'll try something different because my way seems to not work. But it's not that my way wasn't working. I made a list of the type of husband that I wanted.
Yeah.
And I didn't even refer to the list.
You ain't even look at it.
I didn't look at it until 2 weeks after I married him. And then I was on the floor crying, snot nosing, because I said, this is not the Negro I just said I do.
You didn't peek at it? Like,
I didn't. I didn't even think about it. It was so much going on in my life at the time. I was losing everything. I was moving. I was doing this and doing that. I didn't even think about it. And then when afterwards, I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And I did this. I did it all wrong. I did it all wrong.
Yeah.
And so then I'm one of those people where I made my bed. I guess I'm going to lie in it. That's a lie too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because you make a bed, you can remake the bed. So
that's good.
Mess the sheets up and start over. Yeah. But yeah, and so I tried to stick it out, and I tried to, see if I could make this work and see if I could get over certain things and if I could adjust to certain things. And then the more that I was in that, and I was coming back to myself and coming back to what make Sherri. I was like, I can't do that. I be lying to myself. You know what I mean? I can't front like that. I'm not about to sit up here and put up with somebody that don't have a vision and somebody who they don't want to prosper more than a certain level in their life. You know what I mean? I go to you and talk to you about making moves and doing business ventures and stuff, and you looking at me like, Why you just can't go work a 9 to 5 and come home? And I was like, bro, what? Yeah, I don't do that. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do just that. It's cool if that's what you got to do for a season and a time. You feel what I'm saying? Or if you got a ladder you want to climb. My thing was this: he could stay at his job, but you didn't want to be like supervisor. You don't want to be like top tier at the job. I believe in advancing. You feel what I'm saying? It was like no advancement, no growth. That's not what he wanted, and that wasn't Sherri. That wasn't Sherri, and I was like, that's not gonna work for me.
The lies we tell ourselves.
So what I thought I could live with, I couldn't live with that. I was like, boy, bye.
Okay.
I was like, I can't. So once I quit lying to myself, and I got back to myself, it was a wrap.
Right.
It was a wrap. It was over.
Okay.
You know, and then I met my boo. Baby, I met the dot came through the door. I was like, oh.
Double take,
baby. I was like, well, I don't know what his name
like,
is, but he's out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because you meet that person that match your swag, and that's the other thing. Because when I got divorced, I was like, I ain't getting married no more. I was like, I'm about to be out here playing the field. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna have me some booze. You know what I'm saying? Might give me a sugar daddy. I don't know, but I'm like, I ain't doing this no more. It's what you tell yourself, but that's your hurt talking.
Yeah.
Right? That's your embarrassment talking. That's your hurt talking. That's you not wanting to put the work in to rebuild yourself.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Big.
That's big. So you got to understand, it's going to be all right. I promise you, it's somebody out there that is going to appreciate every aspect of you, your good days and your bad ones, not just your good, your good about you, right? You want somebody that's going to love you even when you in those depressed states, right? Or when you're not at your best, right? Because, we like to cancel out the sign of depression, but I say that because that's sometimes when we're at our lowest points, right? So it's somebody out there that can love you through that. It's somebody out there that can see you through that, right? And somebody that can love you past your hurt, but you got to remain open to love, and you got to remain open to change and growth, and don't take all the baggage from your previous marriage and your previous relationships and pull it into your new marriage or your new relationships, right? Because we talking two totally different situations, two totally different individuals, two totally different circumstances, right? And pay more attention to the things that you don't like when you're dating. That was the other thing. We got married really fast. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why are we getting married this fast? You know what I'm saying?
How quick was it?
How quick was what?
That second one. I mean,
Jesus.
From the time.
Listen, you don't even want to know because it's embarrassing to tell y'all that I literally divorced 1 month in November.
Yes.
I got married in December.
Oh, wow.
That was stupid.
You said
it was stupid.
That's okay.
It's okay, but it was stupid.
If I'm gonna do it again, I'm gonna do it.
Well, it was just the way the timing went. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, divorce is a process. So it's not like you go to the file for divorce on Monday and you divorce by Friday. Like y'all gotta understand, it's months in between there, or sometimes a year or so in between there, right? So, but at the end of the day, while you're going through a divorce and you think you're starting another relationship with somebody else, what I did not see was all the stuff about the new relationship I was in that I wasn't comfortable with, because really a lot of my energy was going towards getting the divorce done, right? We going back and forth to the front of the court, to this, to that, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on, and it was a lot of emotional stuff. He coming up to my job acting a fool, like, it was just a lot going on at that time for me.
He had the boombox.
So he calling my phone, like, just stupid, just childish things. Like, we're in our 20s, so you got to understand, this was not a mature breakup. This was some old, running up, busting out windows. This was like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna love me. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It was like, this was some really stupid stuff that was happening at the time, right? So that's why I was like, you coming up to my job, you coming up to my school, I'm at college, I'm trying to go to class, you know what I'm saying? You interrupted me in the middle of class. Like, it was just dumb stuff. So at the time, it was just a lot. So I didn't really get to see the new guy that I was dating for the new guy. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So by the time I got out of that relationship, and now here it is, I'm about to literally marry this guy. Now I have to learn him in the marriage.
Right.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to know somebody once you already married to
Yeah.
them, and then you sitting there going, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like this, and it's like this is all stuff I probably should have did prior
Yeah.
to, but it was my fault on that too, because I had told him I wanted to wait.
You told him you wanted to wait. Mm-hmm.
When he asked me to marry him and stuff, and I was like, okay, I said yeah, and then I came back and was like, yeah, I don't think we should do this right now. And he was like, wait a minute, why not? And then he sicked his mama on me. That's a true story. That really did happen.
His mama called you?
No, she came over. Called. What do you mean called? It's like, we love you. And I love his family. Like, his family is the bomb. I love his family. And I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. I love his mama. Like, for real, for real. And, yeah, she came over and was like, it's okay, baby. And,
The things we do for our kids.
And I was like, okay. All right, so since he sicked his mama on me.
Why you gotta say sick his mama?
You know what I'm saying? Because he did. He told on me. What you call it?
I don't know. It
What
just
you call
sounds funny to me. Girl, he sick his mama on me.
He did. I ain't lying. And but what I'm telling you is the pressure.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? So now y'all put me under pressure.
Yeah.
So instead of me holding my ground and saying, nah, you feel what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna pressure me into this. Because mind you, at this time now, I'm what, like 26?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still in my 20s, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was divorced before with both of them before I was 30. And that was the other thing too. What they gonna say? I'm gonna be divorced twice before the age of 30. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is terrible.
Yeah.
So I was like, I ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be 30 and flirty, and that's what it's gonna happen. And then I was like, no, I'm not.
Never mind.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Just
not.
playing.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
My spirit was like, no, you will not. You gonna go sit your hot tail down somewhere.
So let's talk about some takeaways, because that was good. I think that a lot of women in particular could be going through moments of judgment or just ideas that they have that they place on themselves that they really could let go of, like being judgmental of themselves, like not forgiving themselves for decisions that they made or that they didn't make. So I think this is all good stuff that you shared. Let's take some nuggets.
Okay.
Give me some.
So I would say this. The marriage happened. It's over.
Okay.
And it's okay. You are not a failure. You didn't do anything wrong. You tried it and it did not work.
Yeah.
Do not make yourself your own enemy. Right?
Okay.
Do not put yourself in a place of condemnation and where you're constantly condemning yourself or reliving this situation over and over again. You ain't got to talk about it with 35 million people.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back and forth about it. You don't have to compare your marriage to somebody else's marriage. You don't have to compare your divorce to somebody else's divorce. You don't have to. None of that stuff matters. At the end of the day, it's over. Let it be over. Right? And start concentrating and focusing on the things that's going to build you back up.
Yeah.
Right? Put yourself in a circle of family and friends that love you no matter whether you married or whether you divorced.
Right.
No matter what stage in life you in, you know what I mean? You're still got a connection and you still got a crew there that's going to love you, that's going to have your back no matter what. And just love on yourself. Treat yourself right. Date yourself for a while. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the person that you are. Right? So that way when the guy come along, he can appreciate the woman that you are because you appreciate you. Right? I still kept my hair done. I still kept my nails done. I still kept myself up because this is what I like to do. This is who I am as a person. It didn't have anything to do with a man. It didn't have anything. I wouldn't get my hair done just to appease him. I got my hair done because I like my hair done. Right? Yeah. So you want to make sure that you're still loving you, still respecting you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then forgive yourself for your wrongdoings, you know, or your shortcomings or whatever you had going on in the marriage. It's over and it's done with. So I say,
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay at the end of the day. You are not a failure. I promise you're not a failure. Okay. It's not. It's a change in scenery. Just what it is. It's a season.
Yeah.
Right? And everybody that we marry, even though we cut covenant with them and we go to God and say, we get God, can you bless this, right? Can you bless this marriage? Can you bless this union? God be sitting there going, I didn't put this together. My mind, I'm just saying.
Right.
There's some stuff you doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold your hand through it, but I ain't do this. Don't come blaming me for this because, we love to sit there, God, you gave me this man. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. You did that because I told you to hold on. I told you to wait a minute. I told you because he told me. When I told you, he said, wait, he told me. That was him telling me to wait. You don't need to marry this man right now. But what I do, I let somebody else convince me of what my very spirit told me not to do. So understand, we do this, right? Yeah. We know what our gut's saying.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Don't we know
Absolutely,
that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that being said, I would say, listen to your gut. Trust your gut on the inside for real, and you're gonna be fine. It's life after divorce. It's love after divorce. It's wonderful marriages that can still be brought out in you. Marriage is still a beautiful, beautiful thing. It really, really, truly, truly is. And you're talking to a person that's had to go through the marriage, had to go through the divorce, had the big wedding, had all of this kind of stuff. And, everybody was there from, the north, south, east, and the west and everything else. And it still fell apart, right? But at the end of the day, it's beautiful when you got two people that's on the same page. Yeah. It's beautiful when you got two people that understand one another, that respect one another, right? And know that every day is not gonna be a grade A day. Yeah. Every moment ain't gonna be a grade A moment, but it's all right. So it's still life after divorce. Okay. But I just say build yourself to be the best you can possibly be, and that's it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. And don't waste your time being mad at him. Don't be sending nasty text messages. Don't be riding by his job. Don't be doing none of that neither.
I just think it's funny that since we got divorced.
And listen, and let me say this too though. For the friends of the people that's getting divorced.
I was gonna
for the circle of the people that's getting divorced. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all flat out. Don't nobody care about what that Dusty doing over there. Don't nobody care about what he doing. I'm trying to tell you, don't nobody care. Don't be calling me talking about he going out to dinner with, I seen him last night. Did you? Good. Keep it to yourself.
You know what I can say? Because let me tell you something. I'm guilty of having done that before, but it was because I was so frustrated for my girl. And I was like, are you for real? Girl, let me... And so I did it from that space. Not like a girl, look at what he doing. It was like a wow. He wasn't... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I felt like...
But sometimes it prolongs the healing process. Yep. For the person that's going through it.
Friends?
Yeah. Sometimes it prolongs their healing process that they're going through. If you call and being like, girl... Okay, so, all right. Why me and Leonard was out to dinner last night, and guess who we ran into? Yep, he was there. He had some young girl sitting with him, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on now.
Now, I ain't going that far.
But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, no. They're breaking up. Yeah. They're divorcing. He's out. You know what time it is. You feel what I'm saying? You know they not together no more. Don't
let your friends heal.
Yeah, let your friends heal. They can't, you know what I'm saying? So hold it to when she feel a little better. Like, girl, back in, such and such. Yeah, I seen him with her, but I couldn't call you wasn't in the headspace. Right. Like you couldn't deal with that. Yeah. I mean, if you just gotta get it out. But like, don't nobody be. Sometimes that make a person feel worse. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially you think about friends. It. We gain weight in marriage. We look a little different in marriage. Everything else. So next thing you know, if you talk about he going out with this young tenderoni. You feel? I don't want to hear about no young tenderoni. And then then it takes me into a whole different thing. Then you got to talk and call him names, and you got to see the can of worms you open up.
I just think it's funny. You got on that end. Yeah, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Say no. Yeah. Just keep that to yourself.
It's important for your friends and family to know how to show up for you.
Yeah.
And sometimes, we do fall into, and your family and friends fall into just being annoyed. You know, that the person did something or that you put up and tried to stick and stay. That sometimes we do fall into that, like, right? Girl, he was in, so I get it. Thank you for saying that.
But at the end of the day, it's over.
Yeah.
So what do you want? And men typically move on faster than women.
Yeah.
Right? It take us a little longer to heal, take us a little longer to open up to another man or become more vulnerable with another man. You know, men work different. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's how they get over things. I'm just gonna call old girl. You know what I'm saying? She been chasing, you know what I'm saying, a brother for a minute. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call old girl.
I'm gonna call old girl. Even if he don't even like her like that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna go out with her. So that's just how they're
Something to
programmed. They different. So you sitting up here comparing, you know, apples and oranges, like this not gonna do you no good. Yeah. Like, no, he not gonna think the way you think. You're sitting there like, what if we get back together? I can't go out with somebody else. I mean, we could reconcile. I can't afford for him to see me out with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, unless you're Sherri. Just gonna say that. Unless you're me.
Then you're on that
Now,
page.
some of my girls who think like me, you ain't got to say nothing. Just smile to yourself. You know what I'm saying to you. You know what I'm saying to you.
Okay. So funny.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
thank
sorry.
you. Thank you for sharing. I know you are, but we got to bless business.
Oh, we do got to bless the business.
Where's my tambourine? You're supposed to have a song.
My hat back here. My hat back here. Okay, you got to shake it up.
Look,
I thank everybody who participated and put names on the social media sites for us so we can bless a business on today.
Do you want to pick or you want? No, you pick it.
You want me to pick it?
Yeah, pick it.
We got to do it by the fire.
Oh shoot!
Let
me hold it down.
To the fire.
Let me hold it down.
I do want this hat. I do want it, Jesus.
This is a good summer hat.
Put it down.
Hey, Andre Hill, Chef Dre's Barbecue.
Chef Dre.
Dre's Barbecue, BBQ.
Yeah.
This is one of our church brothers. I know who this is. So Andre Hill, I am going to be blessing your business. I don't have his cash app and whatnot, so we will get that for you so we can get your seed over to you for blessing your business on today. Yeah. So we done blessed the business. We done did some gems. We getting ate up by the bugs. We are getting ate up by the bugs. But at least we got our nice warm weather day. Our day out. We went out with a bang.
This is it.
We'll
be by the fireside next
week.
We
will be by the fireside. Okay, so guys, that reminds me. So we're going live again October 18th, which is also a Wednesday.
It is a Wednesday.
Yep. So we're going live again October 18th at 7 p.m. So join us. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Don't ask me. I have no idea. Jen keeps all of that to herself until we're going to talk about some stuff. So Jen keeps all that to herself. She tells me later. So we're going to do that. Y'all, please go over to the YouTube channel, which y'all subscribe, like, share, comment. We so appreciate it. We thank you for all of our new followers. Yes, we do. Yeah. We appreciate y'all so much. I got so much cooking, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. I can't wait. I got a big old secret that I can't tell yet. I can't tell you yet.
Huh? Do I know it?
No. I don't think you know it. Did I tell you? You might know it. No. I think you do know it. I think you know it. I think you know it. I think you know. I think I told you.
I want to know.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in like a month of Sunday, so I feel like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I will divulge. I am going to let some stuff out a little bit. But you know, we getting ready to be busy. Excited. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, I think we did everything. So y'all make sure y'all go over to our different platforms, stream us, like us, share, all of that good stuff. I think we done covered all the bases. I absolutely love y'all. Y'all remember to stay prosperous. Stay with a good mindset. The mega is still coming, y'all. It's still going to come this year. I know it's been a little rough for some of us. Mainly me. But it's been a little rough for some of us. I know some of us, our mega has not showed up yet, but I promise you it's on the way. Yes. So y'all just stay prayerful, stay mindful, keep loving on one another, stay blessed in all aspects, and we will see y'all later. Love y'all. Peace. Bye.